Are we live? Is it working? Hello, hello. What's up? How's the audio? Okay. How's everyone doing? Oh my gosh. It's what, like 2 months since the last chapter? New camera angle? Yes, sir. We're trying it out. We're trying it out. I'll probably change it by the chapter stream if I want to. Your local package dealer is obvious here. Let's go. What's up, Osu? What's up, Tabby? What's up, Pranay? Or Pranav, sorry. Spritz. Covers, hello, hello. Kira, Shark, Madison. I'm gonna miss the background shelf. Yeah, that shelf is long gone. Sadly long gone. How's everyone been? Do you guys like the new angle? I have the camera like basically on a lamp, to put it lightly. I don't know if I like the angle too much. So I moved into a new apartment last month. Yeah, last month. So I'm like kind of adjusting. Yeah, Osu, you can't you can't steal my packages anymore because you don't know where I live. The massive mouse pad. This is actually from pulling for Ichikawa's card. It's actually from pulling Ichikawa's card. That's where that mouse pad comes from. My plans have been spotted. Yes, sir. You're never gonna get Ichikawa's card. Hell no. That ain't happening. That is not happening. But yeah. Just been chilling. Rereading Houseki, obviously. We'll talk about it. Some things have slightly changed with the chapters. My thoughts on them. Obviously, with over a year done. Has anyone... Let me just ask. Let me ask a poll. That might be the best option. So we're supposedly getting a... What's up, Lucas? What's up? Supposedly, we're getting a new chapter in July. We have no idea how true that is. But let me ask a poll. I think it's muted. It's 2 a.m. for you, Shark? Oh my goodness. Watch the PS6 get announced. Oh my goodness. Spirits at 7. It is about 12-ish noon for me. Give or take. No, I doubt the PS6 will get announced anytime soon. Ichikawa still plays on other devices. Like, I was looking through all the author comments from chapter 63 and onwards, because that's when Tessel started translating it right after the anime finished airing in like December 2017. And ever since Tessel picked it up, they started translating the author comments. So that's why we get all these hilarious interactions with Ichikawa where the chapter is completely depressing, but like we get some crazy ass like comment of like, oh yeah, like I'm eating too much asparagus. I like the thick kind. Alright, Ichikawa. Like, oh, thank you, Donnie. Yes, I did make a thread on it. I'll put it in the pin because okay, most of you have reread. That's good. I do say every time we do have like a kind of, not a break, but every time we do get like the 3-month breaks that we've been having this year so far, it's always good to reread. just because you have that extra time to see what the chapters mean outside of like that month to month wait, especially since some of the chapters like 98 or 101, like some of them are really short. I read all the chapters when my birthday hit last year, and it was a feeling I can't describe. Nice, Brits, nice. Alright, let's end this bowl. Yeah, as you know, I kind of... The way that I reread is more of like... When I read a chapter, let's say like 90... Let's say 97, right? 97 was all about the doctor and Congo and whatnot. So like when I reread for that like particular video or just like my thoughts in general, I obviously like skim-ish, but I hyperfixate on certain things. So for 97, I hyperfixated on every line that Congo said, and obviously chapter 50, which was the doctor's like the imitation doctor from Enma, as well as when Enma kind of like talked about the doctor when Foss was in the moon. So like those were points that I specifically fixated on and what it actually meant to burn the bridge, right? Versus let's say 101/102 where it was all about the eye and Congo's brother. So like I would look at chapter 87 or 89 where we got the flashback about the brother as well as the ice flows in the wintertime. So like I hyperfixate on certain moments and try to piece back connections. That's kind of like that's how I started that's kind of how I started doing chapter reviews for Houseki. Like after catching up in like October of 2020, and then we got that month was a break apparently, so we got chapter 94 in November, and like when I read that, like the idea of just eyes in general was just like, because that was when Congo kind of broke, right? And leaves behind the eye. So I was just like, there has to be like, Ichikawa probably like some way or the other mentioned this eye, or just why is it the right eye? Specifically, why is Congo saying pray for happiness or something like that? So when I reread the series, I was like, oh, like Ichikawa has been hinting at this for a while, or maybe it's something that just naturally happened as she was doing the story. And that's why I made the 94 video, and that was the start of it all. So I doubt I'll ever reread, especially for like analysis type stuff. Like, yeah, that's just how I do it. Obviously, you, chat, you all have your own different reasons of rereading, right? Like, let's say you didn't reread during the 1.5 year break between 95 and 96. Or you caught up recently. I've been told, like, whenever I run this poll, like, a lot of people have read since 96 came out. Like, within this past year is when they actually read Houseki for the first time, which is crazy. Like, crazy for me to think about, because a lot of the fans kind of like bonded over the break. So you, as a newer reader, having the chance to not have to deal with that break essentially, is an interesting experience. So maybe like rereading is not as big of a thing. Granted, the big thing is like Houseki kind of reads pretty quickly, so you can knock it out in a week if you're slow about it, like with a reread. Osu says I've yet to reread. Yeah, that's because you're gonna come steal all my volumes. Actually, I don't think I've even unpacked any of my manga, because I don't have I sold my bookshelf, so right now, like, this wall, something will go on this within the next 2 years. That's how big my lease is. So I mean, I have time to figure it out, but yeah. Coerce, I love your analysis so much. I listen to you for hours. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's crazy to think that I, like, just within the last year of catalog for videos, like, there's a lot of hours of both live streams as well as just, like, videos that I have that people can just listen to or re-listen to as much as they want. Guys, 2028 Fortnite X Houseki no Kuni collab. Oh my goodness. I will come back to Fortnite if that was a thing. Yeah, it's true. This is your first hiatus ever. Well, Hey, at least it's only 3 months, you know? Like, at least it was only 3 months. False has to be my favorite character design ever. It has something intriguing about its overall shape. Yes, yes, it does. Yes, it does. I confess I kind of procrastinated reading um I kind of procrastinated reading Houseki, but I knew about it back in, so like I was in college during the anime run, and like I hadn't like I've known about anime and manga for a while, and I would like pick a series or two to read slash watch like in like a year. Obviously, like my consumption type really exponentially happened in 2020, but like I had seen ads for Houseki. I remember vividly seeing ads for Houseki, like on TV or just on the big screen, like while I was walking around. I was just like, ah, I was like, chat. I was like, what the hell are these gems? Why is it CG? This shit looks bad. That was my initial reaction, right? Obviously, I knew nothing about the series. Like I maybe had read like 15 manga, watched like maybe 20ish, even that anime. Like I was just not into the medium like that. Obviously, it was because of the like Twitter wave, like the Twitter wave that I was a part of, where everyone started reading Hoseki no Kuni in like 2020, and I'm usually at the tail end of like those hype waves, because like it starts out like someone starts sharing it a lot on Twitter, and then all their mutuals kind of like go about reading it, and then like it's everyone's favorite, everyone's top one, top 10, whatever, and then something new comes along and like overtakes it. So I was on the tail end, I think, because I got in right before the chapter, right before hiatus honestly started. It takes me a few days to read, purely because how much I like taking in the art, dialogue, impact, facts. Totally understandable, story. Totally understandable. Oh, so it says I'm gonna place a wood part on your doorstep every day till you can build 2.0. Okay, bet. Yo, drop me drop me some tools as well. Like, say less. I have an idea of what to do for the wall. I just don't know, like the goal, like the way like I set up like this. I just call it an office so I can do tax write-offs, but like it is an office. Like I essentially have like two separate streaming potential setups with like the backdrops. Um, Let me see if I can turn the camera on and show you guys like what the other side of this looks like. Like I do have a tiny shelf, but okay, maybe I regretted doing this. All right, maybe I regretted doing that. This thing looks. Oh, I'm way higher. Oh, that's fine. But yes, I think I moved the camera now, and there is no way I'm gonna be able to reset it. It's like on a tight balance. I gotta figure. It's a high POV now. Yeah. No, it's too high. Let me try lowering. All right, that's definitely a little better. Anyways, like I don't know if you guys saw like up there. There's like some built-in hooks almost. I don't know what I want to do with it. Maybe hang a plant or something. I like plants. Maybe some purple hyacinths. Like yeah. That first read is special. That first read is so special. Sprit says they finished reading the recent chapters in 3 days. Nice, nice. That's not bad, not bad. And during college, I was nonstop reading on my phone during boring classes while I was waiting with my. Oh, true. That makes sense. Lucas says my first contact with Houseki no Kuni was right after its release. Oh, wait, Lucas, do you mean the release as in like in 2012 or the anime in 2017? I started reading immediately and then collecting the manga. Oh, you were just searching things to watch. Okay, anime release. Okay, so 2017. Got it. Cover says my first read was in one sitting, which resulted in me skimming past a couple of chapters. And then when I joined Houseki no Kuni discussions, I was really confused when certain details were mentioned. I mean, yeah, that's understandable. I read it in like 24 hours. One day in October. I have my initial thread while I was reading the series on Twitter. If you just type in like let me see what like the search. I can just find it. Hold up. Oh, you guys can also see the monitor. So like my goal with this monitor is like to avoid kind of copyright and like future proof these these streams in general. Like I can pull up the chapter and I can look at it and like you'll see like what, like a really blurred vision of it, so like I can get away. Like no one's gonna copyright. Yeah, monitor POV. Exactly. Like you guys can obviously pull up the chapter as well, but I should be able to find it because I tag a lot of my I tag most of my yeah, the anti-copyright plan, exactly. But yeah, I tag most of my tweets with like a hashtag or something, so I can search it pretty easily. Oh man, I forgot that I forgot that I did a tier list for chapter 96 when I first came back. I was like, "Alright, who's gonna take Foss's side? We're gonna get Moon 2.0, guys." That was my whole selling point. And like sometimes I get comments like probably like a couple months ago. They're like, "Bro, inspirational. You were so wrong about 96." It's like, of course I was wrong. Like, no doubt I was wrong. We only had chapter 96 material, and it looked like Gems might be taking sides. Who's taking Foss's side? Clearly, no one took Foss's side, and like we kind of blitzed through, not getting any of the gems like after 96. But like, who would have predicted that, right? Like, let me see. This is all 2020, 2021. Yeah, if you like just search this hashtag. If you search that hashtag on Twitter, you'll find all my Houseki tweets. Oh wait, you can hear my mouse wheel? Sorry. There, you shouldn't be able to hear it now. Oh, okay, I found it. I found it, chat. I found it. Alright, I'll share it with you guys. Oh crap. Hold up. Alright, let me pin this. This is when I first read Houseki, October in 2020. My mouse has two modes, so like it makes like the loud noise and then it's like the soft noise. Let me see Oh, this thread is so dumb. It was just me crying, like all of Moon. It's just me like using the crying emoji. Like, chapter 65 when Congo says everybody should go to the moon. I'm just like, what the heck is going on? Was it even worth it? Is change even possible? Bro, I'm having an existential crisis. Like, like straight up. And then Bort's panel. I think you guys can see exactly what that panel is, right? You guys know what that panel is? That's from chapter 96. Is bored saying, I don't care about fighting anymore. Raising jellyfish is more interesting. Actually, absolutely crazy. Oh, Ichikawa is something else. Ichikawa is something else. I'm happy that I have this kind of like catalog of thoughts that are time stamped so that whenever I look back to these older videos this past year, like my thoughts on the series has changed considerably in both a positive and negative way. Like, yeah, Starry says that panel is so iconic. Like, I recognize it, even from the blurry monitor. Exactly, exactly. What a crazy panel! I got goosebumps just looking at that panel again, even if it's just through your screen. All right, let me move it. My bad. My bad. Oh, you guys can see this is the young like the change. So once we get volume 12 this August is a projected release date for the English version of volume 12. Again, like the Nibblies, like the translators have already like fully translated it. It's just going through the pipeline. Ichikawa took don't let them know your next move, literally. Facts. Facts. Facts, OC. It is the beginning of a Houseki addiction, to say the least. I mean, I think about this series like every day. Like it's crazy. Granted, I have incentive to think about it, right? But Pranav saying, I've been reading so much Peak lately, but Houseki won't just stop being on my mind. That's true. That is 100% true. I mean, Ichikawa is just, something special, obviously. I just need her to, ride it to the end. Wherever she wants to take that ending, like, we'll be here. We'll be here no matter what. I know a lot of people have, like, dropped off of the series, like, considerably. Like, there's, like, two big metrics that I know for sure. One is literally, like, the big one is, like, the breaks. People don't like the breaks. Who wouldn't like the breaks, right? Who would like those breaks? It's understandable. Like, no one in their right mind would be like, oh, like, the breaks are good for the series. No, the breaks are good for the author, which internally is good for the series. It's just the way it is, Like, you just gotta ride it. Lucas is saying, just to think I went through 4 hiatuses. Yeah. It's rough. I'm glad that we actually got, like, a date. Like, when we had the break between 98 and 99, there was no actual definite, like, month that we're going to get the 99. Or, sorry, no, not 99. 99 and 100. 99 and 100. Because 99 came out in November of 2022. And then 100, obviously, we know came out in February of 2023, like, a couple months ago. But, like, there was no expected date for that. It was just, like, indefinite, which is kind of scary. I was predicting it would come out, like, probably March. But, like, she even surprised me and probably herself putting that out, like... Yeah, that's true, Osu. For those that don't know what Osu was talking about, like, I do have a couple other streams that aren't in the live tab of the channel. Let me show you how to... So, like, I did a bunch of tier lists and just looking at, like, reviews of Houseki no Kuni or whatnot. You can find that stuff, like, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, there's a tab called Past Live Streams. And that has a bunch of unlisted live streams. So, like, a lot of, like, the Pokemon, like, polls that I did trying to find Ichikawa's card, it's kind of there. Reviewing Houseki no Kuni, I did, like, a tier list on the volumes. Like, generally, whenever there's, like, a break, I try to do a stream just to fill that gap since I'm not putting out videos as often this year in general. So, like, those that you can't find in the live tab, you can find there. But yeah, a lot of people clearly liked the early parts of Houseki no Kuni. And like a lot of them didn't make it to the moon and didn't realize like the change in the narrative once we hit the moon, right? So a lot of people just didn't experience that, or they think the moon is just an isolated event that like all the new stuff, like anything past 95, not a lot of people are happy about. What's up, Cody? I wonder how much impact the have a pleasant 10,000 years would have been without the hiatus. Yeah, I mean, I I agree. Like that had like physical, like real time, like punch in the face type line, right? Like because there was a break. Now, like Covers, if you want to talk about it, like how'd you feel when you read that in 95? Like obviously you probably just went to 96 and you read that chapter, but like yeah, like the hiatus just makes that even more painful. Like that's just honestly our way of justifying the break, like, to say the least. I don't know if Ichikawa planned that stuff or not. It sent me off your chair. Yeah. True. True. Lapis HNK says, would she agree to a second season? If you guys watched the Trash Taste podcast, they had the producer for Studio Orange, Watanabe, on there. And one of the things that he was saying was like he was saying that they haven't said no if they've gotten the approval to make a second season on one of their IPs before. So there is some obstacle right now for Houseki no Kuni getting a second season. Whether it's Ichikawa, whether it's Good Afternoon, whether it's like the publisher, like we have no idea what that obstacle is, but like the running assumption that I have, right, is most likely the clip that I took. So like in that clip, obviously like I hyper exaggerated saying we're never getting Houseki no Kuni, right? But like there's a chance we will, right? We can still hope. Yeah, and like I hope we get more info, but I'm like my assumption and my guess, right? This is a guess. This is not like, so don't clip this and take it out of context. This is a guess, right? Houseki no Kuni will probably come back in the anime form once the manga finishes. Like having a finished product will help them actually produce something better, right? And like because of the material that's going to be covered, like we're going to hit moon in season 2, or at least the start of the moon, at least Foss going to the moon, right? So like that has obvious ramifications. So like yeah, the copium is we gotta wait till the manga ends, and we have no idea when the manga will end. So like I say every stream, look, I'm gonna say it again. Countdown to Nothingness and all these accounts on Twitter, right? Even me, right? We're all just fans. It's not like we have insider information about what's going on Ichikawa's camp, right? Like we have no idea what's to come. That countdown is just there as a countdown. Like clearly it's popular and people like the countdown, but like the countdown has been wrong multiple times because like we just didn't have information and we learned things from leaks or whatnot. Like Good Afternoon is terrible at communication, sadly. Like Asian K fan experts are in copium usage facts. Oh, Lapid, that's actually cool. I made my friend go through a mini hiatus. That is really dope. I do like that. Also, one thing I wanted to mention, in the live tab, I have a bunch of different live streams that have been up months in advance, and I've been getting a little flack for like, bro, this live stream is like 2 months from now. What the hell are you doing? Like, okay. One, I can put up any kind of live stream I want on my channel. It's whatever. And 2, I just wanted to put it up so I remember what date it is. So if you can't tell, under the description or like somewhere in this video in general, which normally would get unlisted because it's not a chapter for Houseki no Kuni, I'm starting a new podcast on like just current state of manga. So this one is all I've seen those comments and like they disappear because it's on Google end, but like or YouTube end, but I'll have things up. You can like, what I didn't know is when I do have these like live stream watch pages up, like it goes through and hits your recommended feed like every time you refresh YouTube. So My bad. I did not know that. So I will not make it too far in advance from now on. But the point being, the podcast is going to also be like live stream stuff where I talk about other series and like what's like where they are in their current publication. So this like some of the criteria for it is the series has to be currently ongoing. So like the first one obviously has to be Houseki no Kuni, so that's where Houseki no Kuni is. Next one in like a couple weeks before 103 comes out is going to be on Chainsaw Man, which is another one of my favorites. And then in August it's going to be on Call of the Night, which is another manga that I've been reading like weekly for a while now. That's been a lot of fun. So like a lot of these are like weekly or monthly series that are just fun, like super fun weekly reads. Spritz asks, what do you think the 13th volume cover will feature? Alright, Spritz, you'll hear a little bit of copium. This is not lapis copium, okay? Okay. This is not lapis copium, but the copium that I have is that Foss will finally go back to their original form. Foss will finally go back to their original form. So we'll get a volume cover of like young looking Foss. That's what I want. That's what I want. One big reason I want that is so I can put young Foss on thumbnails. Because I don't like using so the way I treat my thumbnails is if someone has only watched Houseki no Kuni and sees my thumbnail on their timeline, and even though it's talking about the manga, I don't want to spoil them on manga stuff, you know? So I can't use anything past like Foss like cutting their hair a little bit after the winter. Like that's the most the anime has gotten to, right? So I can't use Lafos. I can't use basically anything. Anything from like chapter 40 and onwards or 44 and onwards. And I generally don't. Just because I don't want to inherently spoil someone. Like that's why no class monitor. It is not just say it's a new character. Sometimes I retweet some fan arts, and I specifically don't retweet like ones that have Moonfoss, because like again I have people that haven't read the manga. I don't want to spoil them. So like you guys haven't seen Godfoss as a thumbnail. I think the closest I've gotten to is the chapter 101 live stream. I don't know if you guys can see that. For 101, it was the panel from 100 where like Foss is looking down and sees the Pebble-kun for the first time. So what I did was I took that panel, but then I like swapped the head part with like the chapter 6 like drip of Foss getting remade for the first time, and I put that as a head. That's like probably the worst, like most spoilery type like thumbnail that I've put. But that was also for a live stream, and not that many people watch the live streams compared to videos because of the nature of them. Class honor. I confused July with June. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. We got probably exactly a month. If all things go to plan. Alright, let me catch up on chat. Pranav is saying, I introduced my sister who started watching anime recently to read Houseki, and she asked if Foss and Cinnabar are the Naruto and Sasuke of the series. I mean, like, for someone that doesn't have that much exposure to anime and manga, yeah, like, you can... I feel like that's a fair comparison. Obviously, it's not anywhere close to it, but yes. Like, also says, I haven't seen the live streams pop up ever. Okay, I mean, that's fine. They're live streams at the end of the day. Like, they're not the bread and butter of the channel. Like, they're just ways for me to chill with you guys. Like, that's essentially what it is. And I'm happy I started doing live streams with 96. Although I hated the format of 96 because so like the stuff that I watch on YouTube is analysis type stuff. Analysis that is entertaining, right? Like that's what I like to watch. So I want to make videos that are like that because I want these videos for someone that's just like me, essentially. So like I don't watch live reactions of like episodes or chapters, basically stuff that's like essentially just a summary of things, right? Like I don't like that at all. Like that's just not something that I vibe with. So like when I did the live stream and I had to read on stream, that was like one of the worst experiences because like you have to like read the story, everything is going crazy, and I'm trying to like read chat and not get spoiled. So like that's why with 97 I immediately just been like, yo, read the chapter, then come chat. Like, and I think that's a much better like for me and for you. Like it's just a better experience. Like we're just vibing. Like honestly, like I floated around the idea of doing like me rewatching the Houseki anime, and I do have plans for that. Whenever it gets made, I don't know if I don't know when that's gonna get made, but ideally 2024. I have a I'm coining it the Natural Historian series. You guys will find out what exactly that is once it happens. But yeah. Govers, why would you introduce such a niche series to her early on? I mean, like, it is niche, but like, it's so uniquely like not really manga and anime that like you could get away with showing it. Like, I mean, even on the cover of Volume 1, they say like, oh my gosh, it's just like Steven Universe, right? I haven't seen Steven Universe, but like, so like, there's always that entry, right? Lapis says my Chainsaw Man HNK fan overlap theory is getting stronger. Yeah, I mean, I caught up to Chainsaw Man like chapter 70-ish. So have I seen the non-aesthetic thing tweets like yesterday? No, I haven't seen that, Cody. This has relevance. Can you DM me on Discord, or just put it in the. You know where to put it, right? I'll open it. I'll open it. Lucas, as someone who's watched Steven Universe, the similarities are rather superficial. Yeah, I figure. It's literally just the gems and the gem names. I don't know. I haven't seen Steven Universe. I'll watch it at some point. I'm not really, to be honest, I'm not really that interested in watching Steven Universe, but I'll watch it for Houseki. Let's put it that way. Natural history is a trigger phrase now. You'll like the idea of what I'm going with. You'll like the idea of what I'm going with. Whenever you see it, whenever it comes out. I don't have time to do it this year. I do have a server, but it's not. It's like only for like me to do projects. Whenever I open up like a Patreon or something like that, then I'll open up the server. But for now, like, it's for people that like, it's for work essentially. Like, so like I have like Mads, who's my editor, in there so that we can share files and that kind of stuff. That's what I use Discord for. But if I do end up making a Discord server like for everyone, like, look, I'll let you know. Steven Universe didn't focus too much on the gem aspect. Fair. Okay, I think I missed a question. What has better CG? Bet. Thank you, Cody. Trigun Stampede or Houseki no Kuni, in your opinion? That's a tricky one. So like, all right, thank you, Cody. All right, let me check out this. What the hell is this? Non-aesthetic things picture in your folder. POV, you're the... Whoa, what the hell? Why? What is Houseki doing here? What? What the hell? There's also a POV, you need help. Where? What? Okay, a lot of these... That's crazy how many likes is... Hey, if it got people to read Houseki, you know, we all for it. But this is like... I mean, this is like half slander, half like praise, honestly. Like a lot of these are things I like. Like I like Monster. I like Perfect Blue. Here, I'll put the link in chat. My bad. So you guys can see what I'm looking at. Here, I'll replace it. Alright, chat, this is what we're looking at. Cody sent this. Ergo Proxy, I haven't seen. So I don't know much about it. Goodnight Pun Pun, like, one of my favorite manga. So, like, I love that. Evangelion, like, I'm not a big mech fan, but, like, Evangelion is great. And I have a lot of mutuals that have it as their, like, top one favorite. So, like, again, I understand. Perfect Blue, Satoshi Kon, also amazing. Monster, just like a classic, also amazing. Houseki no Kuni, obviously amazing. Serial Experiments Lane, I only watched like the first 2 episodes, so let's just leave it at that. Homunculus I haven't read, and then Goodnight Eri is, or Goodbye, oh, is it? No, Goodbye Eri, right? That's the one shot by Fujimoto, also amazing. That's crazy that I got like 125,000 likes. Just blatant slander of Houseki. What the heck? Like I don't know if this is even good or bad. Like But yeah, getting back to the question, which has better CG, Trigun Stampede or Houseki no Kuni? Again, that's a really tricky question because it seems like like I like the ED for Houseki no Kuni aesthetically way more than the actual CG, right? Like I like that way more. But like it was also the first CG show that like it was like, okay, CG is actually pretty good. Like you kind of get used to it within like episode 2. Like it maybe like episode 4 you get used to it, but like when you watch that kind of stuff, like it's good CG. Like it makes you believe in like, oh, CG can actually be used as a tool or as a medium to express stories. So like for that I like it. I liked Stampede as well. I feel like since it's been what, like 3, 4, 5, 6, almost like 7 years between Houseki no Kuni and Stampede, there were times when watching Stampede, like I think it's because like there's so much sand, it doesn't really mesh that well, and I did not like Vash's like teenage model. I didn't like Vash's teenage model at all. So like that took me out. But like obviously I never had that kind of problem with Houseki because they're gems. They're not necessarily real human models. So they could be whatever they want. And like because of the specialty of Houseki where the gems are basically the same, but you just change their head and they're like light refractory or whatnot, like it makes it seamless, you know? Where Stampede is completely different because like those those teenage models are not good. And then there's Beastars where it's like just a bunch of animals, right? So like that's also not really human, but like humanoid. Like I get Vash is called the humanoid typhoon, but like he looks pretty human, you know, like so in that case, like obviously I prefer Houseki more. but like some of those transition scenes, like Kenji Muto, like popped off in some of those action scenes where like the camera is dynamic as hell. Like it's really nice, and it just made me like think, okay, what could they do with Houseki with this kind of dynamic like camera movement, for season two? Just thinking about the parts of season two, like it's crazy. Beastars only has a good opening. That opening is goated. That opening is goated. Beastars is also good. I do like it. I don't like it as much as Houseki, that's for sure, but I do like it. What do you like more, Old Vash or Stampede Vash? Honestly, like I'm one of the proponents. Like like the design wise, are both great, and both have their like ups and downs. Like, and I'll go more into it. I do have a Stampede video planned where I talk about like the old anime and whatnot, like everything in general. So I'll talk about that more because I like both, but I don't like both either. Like there is no like perfect adaptation of Trigun for me. I'm not that big of like a fan for Trigun, realistically. Like I actually love Tri-Stamp Vash. My uncle is a Trigun purist, and the Vash resin statue, and he's just okay. Question: did your uncle read Maximum, or is he just a purist in the form of he loved the '98 anime, and that's what he ride or dies for? Maddie said, I think Houseki has better CG, is older, and there's not much attention to detail and beauty. Fair. Spritz says, after the chapter in July, I think we'll receive another 4-month sweet hiatus. What does that mean if we get a 4-month hiatus? So if we get 103 in July, then nothing August, September, October, November. So you want a chapter in December? I mean, yeah, that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. Let's put it this way, right? If Houseki is set to finish this year in 2023, Ichikawa could do it if she doesn't take any more breaks, right? Because it's 103 in July, right? 104 in August, 105 in September, 106 in October, 107 in November, and then 108 in December. Like we could get up to chapter 108 if she goes the full stretch. Whether she does that or not is different. Whether she does that or not is tough. Like that'll be really tough. That'll work for me. Like again, like it doesn't really matter to me. Like I'm not gonna like whether we get a chapter or not. Like I end up rereading the series, so like I find ways to fill my time. Obviously, it's not the same when you have nothing else to do other than wait for a new chapter, right? And she's not on social media, thankfully, or like I'm sure some idiot would like send like mean like tweets to her or something like wherever she is on internet. Like it's great. It's great that she's not on social media, but it's also sucks that we can't interact with Ichikawa. It did look like it was her hands when she takes pictures under Good Afternoon. Whether it is her or not is up for debate, but yeah. Yeah, she would probably get death threats, like no doubt about it. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Osa says, I think the anime doesn't get in much attention in general because a lot of people don't like CG. That's true, and a lot of people didn't like the CG for Stampede. Just because it's a CG anime. Which is fine, because, like, you don't have to love the Houseki anime. Why would she get death threats? Whenever she would, like, say, like, there's no chapter this month, like, people would, like, send hate. That's just the way the internet is, sadly. Like, she would definitely get some kind of, like, hateful comments. That's just, like, sadly the nature of being online, which, in her case, it's great that she's not on there. Because, like, there would be us, right? Like, we would obviously, like, sing praises to her and, like, encourage her. But the problem is, like, once you get that one it only takes, like, one negative comment to, like, ruin your day completely. Like, no matter how much like, it's, like, 99.9 positive, like, comments. Like, even for me, like, when I get a negative comment on YouTube, like, it's one of those, like, it's the one you fixate on. And, you know, Ichikawa is human, so she'll probably feel the same way. Like, that one, like, 0.1% that's, like, a terrible comment that's, like, saying she's trash or something, like, that's what she might fixate on. Obviously, we'll never know in the scenario because she's not on social media, but... let me catch up. Maddie says, I couldn't stop rambling when I caught up on Houseki, and my sister was saying she would never read it. And then when I spoiled her, she read it and she got mad at you for spoiling. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's like, you can't reveal the interesting parts, but then when you reveal the interesting parts, they're intrigued enough to check it out, but then they get upset that they're like, yeah, I get it. Like, Sprit says, what are your thoughts on the long breaks during the chapters? I'm kind of split because in the meantime, we can forget about the story 3 times. But at the same time, I introspect what happened. I mean, I don't like breaks unless they are necessary for the story. Breaks shouldn't happen. Is that a reality though? No, of course not. Like, the working conditions are pretty terrible. Thinking about everything, right? Like, it's really tough to, like, it's really tough, extremely tough to, like, be on this kind of grind, like just from, like, my perspective, right? So, like, I put out, like, the 94 and the 95 video, like, December 2022 or 2020 and January 2021, right? And then I put out, like, then we were in, like, full break, like, we have no idea when chapter 96 was coming out. So, like, I would try to put out, like, a video every month-ish, right? A video every month about Houseki. And, like, I burnt out within 2021. Like, completely burnt out. Like, I got to, like, October. I made, like, a video on Ghost. And then after that, like, I just stopped. I was like, bro, I can't do this. Like, in my head, I was just like, this is taxing. Like, I don't understand how Ichikawa, like, has been thinking about this story and producing something about this story that's inventive for, like, from 2012 to almost 2020 with very little breaks. Like, when I was looking at the chapter author comments and I was keeping track of, like, when they came out, I think she took, like, four months off in, like, a 4-year stretch. From, like, 2017 to 2020, she took roughly 4 months off. And that was, like, it was really rare for her to take a month off, which is really interesting. So the fact that she's taking this longer breaks, like, look, I get it. Evening says, I still love those videos. Oh, I appreciate it. But, like, it's like, I'm happy that I put it out, but I'm upset with myself that I didn't stay consistent because I burnt out, essentially. Like, so what happened is, like, from October 2021 till May, I just didn't put out a Houseki video because I was like, look, like, it's tough for me to reread the story and try to think of something. I don't have it in me. And thankfully, Ichikawa came back in May. And I was, like, full send, like, I'm ready for it. Like, it's been a while. Because there's a different, like, extra layer of when you have to think about the series for so long. Lucas says, I honestly hope that she would get more consistent breaks throughout the manga. Yeah, 100%. If breaks are built in and they're consistent and not haphazard, and it doesn't affect the story, like, that's perfect. But it's important to have a consistent schedule. Like, the stretch that she released, let's say, like, chapter 89 to 95, right? Like, imagine if there was, like, a huge break between those chapters while you were reading it weekly. Like, I don't know. Obviously, I wasn't there when I was doing it, so when that was going on, so I don't know how it would have affected the reading level. But, like, here for us, like, definitely, like, for me, chapter 98 is the worst of the batch. One, because it was extremely short, the same amount of chapters as 97, where 97 used the brevity with the Doctor considerably well. 98 had, one, the sketchiness, which I hoped would get fixed with the volume release, but it didn't. So that's just like the final product, which is a shame because Ichikawa's art has and is better than that. So like 98 is like, for me, the worst chapter of the series of this year, past year. Now, is it actually the worst chapter of the series, and what does it mean to be the worst chapter of the series when, I mean, like, every chapter is stellar? Like, it doesn't mean much, but compared to her, like, consistency, like in general, like, the art just looked different. It did not look like what Ichikawa is used to putting out. For me, but, like, that's just me. Let's see. Class says, funny how Steven Universe and HNK started around the same year too. Really? That's actually pretty cool. That's dope. What's up, Kai? What's up, Kai? I'm catching up to you. Don't worry, I'm catching up. Um, where did I leave off of? In HNK, it matters what the lustrous is made of. Yeah, for sure. It does matter what the lustrous is made of. Obviously, I haven't seen Steven Universe, so like when I end up diving into it, is like, yeah, it is what it is. Guy saying putting out a 13, 14 page chapter is horrifying. I mean, to put it into perspective, right? 13 to 15 page chapter for a weekly Shonen Jump, where the general chapter length is like 20 consistently ish, right? Like 18 to 20 ish chapters or 20 ish pages. With a monthly series, it's slightly expected. Not like it's like mandatory or anything, right? But it's like it's expected that you would get more because it takes a month to put out a chapter. Um, you would want more pages, right? But like people don't like it when like Houseki was like 17 pages, or like Vinland Saga recently had like a 7 8 page chapter over a month. Like it's the way it is. It's terrible, and they definitely need breaks. I do feel bad for Horikoshi. Like I've checked out of My Hero considerably during the war arc. Um, uh, my enjoyment for it is not good. Like I feel bad for him. Like even a break, like that's rough. Maddie says, "Do you have any other series you would like to make videos for?" Whenever I go on YouTube for ambience, I always watch your videos, and I want what you might do when Hoseki no Kuni ends. I've thought a lot. I've thought a lot about when Hoseki no Kuni ends, like a lot. I have no idea yet. I mean, I have a slight idea. So like these live streams, like this podcast of like current state of manga, um, me just talking about like where the series is at the moment, like in history right now. That's a step in the direction I want to take, where I can talk about the series in like a loose format, like a live stream, and then I can make a condensed video about a certain aspect that I like. Maybe next year, maybe the year after, whenever Hoseki is, like whenever Hoseki is, like. So that's the plan for now, Maddie. That's the plan for now. Maddie also said Ichino's family's deadly sins is so trippy. I love that I've never forgotten to read it every. I also suggest I have read Takopi's Original Sin. I have also read Ichino's Family. I was up to date. I just dropped it recently because some things that don't fully vibe with me. I've been back and forth. I've been back and forth about whether I should continue reading the manga or not. I've dropped it recently, but Kai says he's gonna be a Sakamoto Days YouTuber. Oh, oh gosh. Look, I've tried it. I'll never cover a weekly series anymore. I just don't have it in me to cover a weekly series. I used to do weeklies with Tower of God, Purple Hyacinth. Um, it's draining. Weekly series is draining. having to put something out every week, that's tough. I'm not built for that anymore. So no, I will not. I will not make videos on. I have read Lookism until a certain amount of chapters. I don't know. Cody, I kid you not. Like, it'll probably be a 60 chapter thing because there's a twist at the end of every chapter. Ah, it frustrates me. It frustrates me. It's more so like there's a twist at every, like, for me, this is just my interpretation of the series, right? It lives for that twist at the end of the chapter. Like it everything is for that twist, for it to then just get pumped into some new direction to hit that twist at the next end, which obviously is a format for, like, is the format for the chapter, like, for the series, because it's weekly shonen. Like, you have to put like a cliffhanger type thing, but I don't know, I'm not fully vibing with it. That being said, I get the appeal. The art is really good. I do like the art for Ichinos. Kai said, both of these series are so interesting is the word I would use, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, interesting to say these. And yeah, CG can be very hit or miss. Alright. Let me try catching up. I think sometimes I do read the chat like you guys see. Oh, here we go. Kai says Naito had to have been on acid while drawing Maximum because some of the paneling. Yeah, facts. The paneling for Maximum is dog. I do not like it. But you can. The sad part is, right, like the paneling for Naito's like action sequences at the tail end of Trigun Maximum, you can make that same argument for early Houseki no Kuni action scenes. That's the sad part. Like, the action is messy. The action is really messy for early Houseki no Kuni. And it was also something that we noticed, like, when we were reading the reviews in general, but like people did not like the action, which is fair. Even the action set pieces for like the anime are slightly messy because they lean a little too much into the chaos. I think like Ichikawa has gotten way better at it, especially with the set pieces, once we hit the moon. But sadly, you can make that same logic with Maximum. Like, it's the same. Nai and Stampede is better. Yes, facts. I mean, the reason for that is like we have his full story, right? So we can kind of go into Knives as a character, while like the manga was still ongoing for the 98 anime for Trigun. So like they were coming up with Knives' whole thing as they were serializing. So obviously, yeah, Stampede, yes, it's true, but like that comparison is a little flawed. He says, I've had so much Asian K withdrawals, I just reread like twice a month. Yeah. Oh, speaking of the Moon Part 2, so like the phases of Houseki no Kuni came out last month as a video. I will have next one. Part 2 come out next month, right before 103. Audio and script and everything is completed, so it's just editing that needs to be done. Evening says, I would pay to get the whole second season of Houseki no Kuni from Foss's 300 Years of Dumbness. Just, like a side story? Yeah, that would be kind of crazy. Honestly, just living with the gems, like Peridot making like paper mache or whatnot, or Obsidian making their swords. 100%, yeah. I agree with that, Evening. I agree with that. Spritz says, I'm looking forward to see the Sinna versus Rune Foss fight in anime. Facts. Spritz, if you haven't seen, there was a promotional video on YouTube. I think it's Katakawa that has it on their YouTube channel, of chapter 92. It's a promotional video where the voice actor, Tomio Kurosawa, plays with, and they like kind of animated part of chapter 92. So you can kind of get a glimpse of that. You can get a little glimpse of it. Lucas says, honestly, disliking CG just because it's CG is one lame opinion. Oh, 100%. And it's a shame that I used to think that, but I'm glad I moved past it. 100%. Amit says, I thought hiatus was part of the manga, like the 10,000 years that Foss went through. Hey, hey, Ahmed, we all thought that during hiatus too. Don't worry, we were coping so hard, and it fits with the narrative, so I will give it that. But it fits with the narrative. Maddie says, I feel like CG versus 2D anime is like the opposite of CG versus animated movies. Yeah, I mean, each has its own medium. Even though, like, the Houseki no Kuni did get a PV for the 2013, like, for Volume 1 promotional, I did really like that art style. And I think the story could be told in that art style. But, like, obviously, I think, like, Studio Orange, like, really brought to life, like, they polished the early parts of Houseki no Kuni and made it a more digestible experience. So like some of the character models in general with their pointy ass noses, like early art of Houseki no Kuni, like you can just watch the anime to replace that experience almost. Obviously, you still have to reread it because they cut some stuff out. Whenever we get like a season 2, that stuff will get reintroduced like Ghost, but yeah. The anime is definitely like Houseki no Kuni anime is definitely like a positive thing for the series in general. Kai says, like I thought the first Slam Dunk or Superhero looked great, but not everyone has the same opinion. Oh, the true. I haven't seen Slam Dunk. I don't think I've seen Superhero either, but yeah. Yeah. I agree. Like CG is great. CG is great. Spritz says, what do you think the patterns on Foss's, on their face colors would be like in the anime, like when we get to God Foss? Oh, that's a good question. I always picture Foss like the way they are right now, like a pure white. Either a pure white or like one of those cream colors. I can't imagine what it would look like in color though. Unless we get like, I was hoping that we would get a like a front page, like color page of Foss, so that people can stop using like the one from the fight in 92 as the main one. So, sorry, not 92, the one from 96. One from 96, like. What's up, God Cheeto? What's up? Maddie says, me and my sister love the big changes between Foss, and we love series with that drastic character changes. Oh, 100%. Yeah. 100%. Wait, so you got spoiled on God Foss, and then you started reading? Oh, rip. Rip. That's a shame. I'm happy that I did not get spoiled on anything. Any of Foss's, Oh, that's true, Crystals. Yeah, Volume 12 cover. Volume 12 cover did show that it was pure white. Does that mean like does that mean the caricature on Foss's face will also be pure white, or will it just be like they'll put the shading in there with the way that the light hits with it? Maybe, yeah. Um, what else? What else am I missing? There we go. CG. I honestly don't really remember any difference in the art. Oh, is that when I was talking about 98? That's fine. That's fine if you don't see a difference. It's me hyperfixating, honestly. And yeah, I feel bad for Horikoshi. That's rough. Bungo Stray Dogs is at 8 pages per month. I'm never reading that. Then that's brutal. That's brutal. I do like the anime. Actually, I like the light novel adaptation of the anime, but Bungo Stray Dogs for another story. I did. Hey, Maddie, I know you were talking about like other series I want to talk about. I did put out a video this year on Bungo Stray Dogs. It was like for the season 4. There was a certain aspect of it that I really liked. But what's up, Aqua? What's up? Thank you, Lucas. Yes, you should draw more happy fosses. 100%. Crystal says, bro's gonna be a Chainsaw Man analyst. No, no. Honestly, I don't particularly like. I mean, I get Fujimoto's. There's too many people. Like, look, let's put it this way. Like, Houseki no, like the reason why I started talking about Houseki no Kuni on YouTube is because basically no one was talking about it when I was in that niche. Chainsaw Man is too big of like everyone talks about it now. Like it's way too much. Like it's way too much. Like there's not a space. I mean, there's obviously you can always carve out a space in a saturated area, but no, like I do love Chainsaw Man regardless though. Like Lapis says, I've only watched your H&K content, but you have a but you have a video called the Yassification of Ash. Yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I do. Because I specifically, at the beginning of this year when Stampede was airing, because it was done by the same team as Houseki no Kuni and Studio Orange, like, I wanted to go through the experience of covering a Studio Orange show weekly so that whenever season 2 comes out for Houseki no Kuni, I'll run the course essentially, right? So yes, all those videos are like spoiler free for those that haven't seen the OG Trigun, so they only talk about current Trigun Stampede. So yeah, I've only talked about OG, or not the OG Stampede. Just like as the episodes came out, I made a video for it. So yeah, I still sold the hell out of that Yassification of Ash video, and obviously it worked because it does have a good amount of views. But Osis says the new Hajime no Ippo YouTuber. I have not read or watched Ippo, so that is not me. One day, 1,000 chapter series though, that's only Oda has taken that from me. So like, I can't see myself doing a whole ass 1,000 chapters. Like that's a lot of free time that I need. Oh, this week's chapter? I have not read this week's chapter, Maddie, for Ichinos, so maybe I'll come. Like I just put it on. I dropped it, but like my drops don't mean much. Like my drop didn't really mean much. I'll probably pick it up in a couple months. I just need some space away from that series. Ahmed says, how do you feel about Tower God's latest chapter? Ahmed, I'm gonna put it to you. I have not read a chapter of Tower God since I stopped covering it on the channel. I stopped covering it. I just stopped reading it fully. So nothing I can do about that. I've been told about certain things for Tower God, and it seems crazy, but then I would have to read like almost 100 chapters to catch up, which is a lot. One day I'll get back to it. Maddie says, when I first read Houseki no Kuni, I was struggling to read the action. Yeah. It's, I mean, like, look, like, Ishikawa's not that great with the action piece. Whether it's, like, positive and negative space, like, Lines and Motions video really went over. Like, yeah. That's where she excels at. Not really the action pieces. Although she did get much better at action, because it's, like, quick fights. Like Enma pinning down Foss, or something like, or like Karen Gorn pinning down Foss, or everybody pinning down Foss. Like that's usually what the fights are like in later parts of the series. So yes, those are way more. I can see like the visual like improvement that she's had. Helper manga? Aqua, what is the Helper? Is it called Helper? I've never heard of that one, actually. I've never heard of that one. Morga, hey Morga. The way the action is drawn was a part of the charm. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I mean, it is unique. I just don't think that it's conveyed that clearly, which is not a big thing. It's not. It's not a big like whether an action, like for me when I read action, like it goes by like that, right? Like I don't really care about the action as long as I understand what is happening where. And if it doesn't convey that, that's where it's a problem for me. And Houseki no Kuni just happens to fall on the other end. There's definitely other series that do action way better, which is okay. Kai says that just remember this, but if you don't want to do weekly series, you could be a World Trigger YouTuber. Oh hell no. I'm not, bro. I don't understand what the hell is going on with World Trigger. It's still too, like, I just read it and I don't think too much about it. I'm like, all right, that's cool. And then I move on with my day. Like, I'm sure there's a lot there's a lot that you could, like, get out of almost every panel because of how, almost, like, condensed, like, it's filled with stuff that you could interpret. So is every manga, but like World Trigger in particular, and I'm not invested enough to dig into it, sadly. Crystal says, I really like the moon phases. Thank you. The other one is very, I mean, it's about the moon. Like the whole moon trilogy kind of thing is about the moon in one way, shape, or form. So, yeah, you'll see it in a bit, in a month or so. Or I guess less than a month at this point. Obsidian is one of the cutest gems. Tinky says, ever seen Shinseki Yori? No, I have not seen that one. What is it about, Tinky? Culver says, what do you think Obsidian gets their materials from to make swords? I'm pretty sure they get it like from their arm. Like they kind of like secrete it. Granted, we don't know how it replenishes. I feel like it's a replenishing thing, but I'm not sure. Yeah, Morga, the promo video for the promo ad for Volume 12 was with the voice actors for Cinnabar and Foss. I liked Tomio Kurosawa's interpretation of Foss. Obviously, like, it's tough for, let's put it this way, like, from Kurosawa's perspective, right? Or Tomio Kurosawa's perspective, like, let's put it this way, like, she only voiced Foss up until Winter, right? Whether she's read the manga or not, maybe she has, maybe she hasn't, but, like, she hasn't gone through the week to week of voicing these lines for Foss, right? So, like, I liked her interpretation of Chapter 92's Foss a lot. There's a chance that like line and delivery, once we ever get to Chapter 92 in the anime type form, will be significantly different after like Tomo Kurosawa herself going through every single line of dialogue to get to that stage, right? But like this is Kurosawa jumping from like Winter Foss that she hasn't probably voiced since 2017, all of a sudden going all the way to 92. Like that's a hard ask. That's a hard ask. Cody says, I would like some spin-off of Pastimes. Yeah, it'd be super comforting and like not even like an OVA, but like maybe some specials. That's hard to ask, of course, but yes. Would like Euclid and Lapis interactions? Yeah, because we never got it in the anime. 100%. 100% I agree. Spirit says I would die for a short story with the gems and the moon. Oh, yeah, I mean, if they animated the party at the end, that is a side story, right? Krishna says, I can't blame people being skeptical of CG anime considering how much of a mess Berserk, yeah, 100%. I haven't actually watched that version of Berserk, but yes, I mean, everybody knows about it, yeah. Speaking to the what is it? What was I trying to say? Oh, the party at the end. No, no. Was it wrong there? Yeah, yeah. The party at the end. Those illustrations are amazing. I just kind of went off on that art book. Lapis says, I always wondered how Obsidian made that sleep box out of his. Yeah, bro. Obsidian was probably pouring that stuff, like straight up pouring that stuff into it. Like, it's crazy. Evening says Hoseki's facial animators with the CG for some reason sticks out to me as better than anything I've seen in terms of anime expressions. I mean, yeah, because Hoseki did a combination of 2D where like the animators would animate it in 2D and use that as the model for like the storyboards. Is it storyboards? I'm not sure, but they use that as models for the 3D models itself. So yes, 100%. Spritz says, do you think a live action of Hoseki no Kuni would work out? Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. I can't even imagine that working out in any way. I mean, like if it happens, it happens. But no, I don't think that's a reality. Lava says, I think they used 2D animation and then did CG over it. Yeah, there's a lot of videos about like the process of CG that Hoseki did. So like you can find a lot of those on YouTube. A lot of those production notes. Um, Under the Scope, I think, is the one that did a really good one about it. Let's see. Cover says I would prefer fast changing VAs after inheriting Lapis's head. Yeah, I think I addressed this earlier about the VA. I don't think they need to inherit a new one, but there does need to be a little bit of shift. Um, let's see what else. Morga says, "Imagine how the Moon Society is gonna be, bro. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. If I remember correctly, the Lunarians were they 2D animated or not? Me and Kier were talking about how maybe it was Donnie. We were talking about how like you know how Foss turns into like the like the sheet almost. That could be 2D animation. Like when Foss turns into the sheet in what chapter 100, 101 with the rocks, where they get like super excited about after the song that Pebble sings. That being 2D will be a great shift in perspective. But again, that's chapter 100. We got to like the end of chapter 20 30 32 almost. So like we got a long ways to go. All right, chat. I'm gonna go piss. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll leave. Look, I'll leave the mic for you, Osu. Tell me if you can hear things. Ain't no way. Y'all are capping. Absolute cap. There's no. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, that's right. All right, I'm muting myself. I'm muting myself. Ain't no way. See, the problem is, all right, with the old apartment that you guys could hear the flushing on, it was literally like opposite end, like literally opposite ends of my apartment. The problem here is my bathroom is literally that wall. Like that wall, like on the other side is a bathroom. I'm like, man, fuck. Y'all are wild. Anyways. Anyways. What if the pattern on Foss's face was blue? Imagine if they made him green or yellow. That's interesting. That is interesting. I think you have a quality mic. God damn it. It's a USB mic. It's not that great. Like, yeah, I don't like Godfoss. I don't really see I don't see it being anything other than like white and then the lines being off white. I mean, maybe they make it a different color. Who knows? Yeah, white. Maddie says white does represent purity and loneliness. Yes. I made a short when Volume 12 came out. I did talk about it then. Yeah, how white was a perfect color for Foss, God Foss. I wonder how Lapis Lafos's voice would sound when season 2 drops. I mean, I love Tomio Kurosawa, so I'm sure she'll crush it whenever that time comes. Crystal says maybe the squiggles would be tad off-white. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm talking about. Clover says, I hope Lapis and Lafos would have the same VA. Yeah. Just like how Ghost and Karangorm should also have the same VA. It would make it hit harder if they had the same VA. Of course, if they had different VAs, it's fine. But like having the same voice actor is like something else. Sprit says, considering the pacing of the anime, I think it would complete the series with 3 seasons total. Oh, like 3 seasons all at 12 episodes? Sure, yeah. Tinky says got high as fuck last night and watched her entire 1 hour Foss video. Master, hey, I appreciate it. I'm glad it. Hey, thank you for the watch time. Like, Crystal says shonen manga artists in general seem to suffer immensely for their crafts. Yeah, 100%. That commitment is not healthy, but like that's their way of life. You know, that's what's normalized. It's crazy. Morgan says before Volume 12 cover came out, I honestly thought the caricature on Foss's face was the gold alloy. Interesting. That's actually pretty cool. I like that interpretation. Cody says I can't avoid the Chainsaw Man fandom. I get spoiled. Yeah, bro. Cody, I'm sorry. Even I get spoiled if I don't read the chapter within 5 minutes of it dropping. Like, it's crazy. I'm like at the gym, like scrolling through Twitter. I see like a untagged, unmarked spoiler for like the new chapter of Chainsaw. I'm like, man, fuck. Like, let me go read the chapter now, cause like, it's annoying. Yeah, Chainsaw Man fandom is trash, to say the least. Maddie says I've been yearning more H&K analysis, and I watch all the stuff in the playlist you made, yet not enough. Yeah, I mean, even the playlist has a lot of like unlisted videos that I don't have like public on the channel, but I've made and unlisted because I'm not too happy with them. But like that playlist has all of them, so it's a shame. Kushel says I like Chainsaw Man a lot, but I wish people would talk more about how good. Yeah, I mean, Fujimoto's one shots are great. A lot of people don't say, like, a lot of people say the one shots are like the thing that sold them on Fujimoto, but like, bro, Chainsaw Man's there. Even Fire Punch is there to some extent. Like, he's a great storyteller. Obviously, I love the one shots, but The story of Chainsaw Man in general, but Lapis says I keep getting ads on the live streams. I'm sorry. It's like I'm not putting the ads, but I put like turn on ads. My bad. My bad. It's like a default setting. It's okay. Hopefully you're getting the skip like every 5 seconds ones. I'm still behind on chat, so you're not missing much. I'm trying to catch up on chat as much as possible. Yeah, I appreciate the ad revenue. Live streams in general don't make much, so it is what it is. But like, Lapis HK says, I just realized something. I don't know if it's been mentioned, but in '98, everyone except Foss is wearing the robes that only cover the left shoulder. Yeah, like Crystal was saying, it was definitely to mirror Buddhist monks. Yes. Think it's meant to. Yep. Yeah, Morga, exactly. A robe thrown diagonally across the left shoulder, leaving the right shoulder bare, worn by monks in a manner to show respect while paying homage to the Buddha or greeting other Buddhist monks, which fits perfectly, like perfectly, because like you see how like conflicted Enma's face is during that chapter, and that's that face, that panel with Enma's like frustration almost, or guilt, like that grew the most. Any panel in this entire past year, like that panel sticks out to me the most. So it fits. Like he is truly respectful of Foss for being this kind of sacrifice for everything. That's a Google definition. Hey, that's a good definition. Lucas says, "Have you watched 86?" I have. I've actually I've made one video on it. Let me find the title for it. When did I make it? Oh, yeah. This was you know. I have not read the light novel. But that's the 86 video. It's only about the ED though, because I really love the way the ED is. Also the directorial debut of Ishii. I really like Ishii's work. Ishii is amazing. I like his style a lot. Has appeared on Bocchi the Rock, an episode, and the most recent Heavenly Delusion. So it's great. Helper, it's on Webtoons. But it's Cody. Is it complete on Webtoons? Therefore, I have to use like daily passes or whatever trash. Also, like I made that short about K manga. That coin system is I hate that coin system so much. I don't even read on it. Like, but no, I have not heard of Helper. I will look it up. I appreciate it. Crystal says, I'll be real, the action in manga is not my thing personally, because I can never seem to understand it or keep up with it for some reason. So I appreciate later forms of Hoseki's smaller, quicker fights. 100%, I agree with that. One thing that I like a lot about like fights in general comes from Blade of the Immortal. Blade of the Immortal, like when I read that manga, that has the most like clear and distinct, like unique fights. That's the most fun I have when reading fights. I don't think I've seen another fight that I've like comprehended to the same level. And I also like snow in manga or anime in general. Like that aesthetic is amazing. So like Blade the Immortal has that kind of snow scene. Obviously Hoseki has an amazing snow scene as well, where Foss is on like the hill looking at Cinnabar when the snow first starts. Berserk's fights are also great. I like the fight with Serpico. That's the one that I remember the most. Imagine if Orange does a Promised Neverland with Hoseki no Kuni season 2. I mean, like Promised Neverland was a tricky. It was like weird production type thing. Like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's rough. Like the authors were involved in season 2, but like something happened and maybe they left. Like season 2 was a shit, like it was like a PowerPoint presentation. It was not good. It was not good. Zod versus Guts on the Hill of Swords. Yeah, facts. Generic. That's also a great fight. Also, Griffith versus Gut. Like, there's so many great fights in Berserk as well. No. Clover's. Promised Neverland was not Studio Orange. It was Cloverworks, I believe. I believe it was Cloverworks. I did not like season 2 at all. But I also like, my favorite parts of Promised Neverland were the first 2 arcs, which did a unique take with season 1's adaptation. But like season 2 should have been Goldie Pond, and like it's a shame that we missed. And like Goldie Pond as an arc for Promised Neverland, like that would have been actualized with anime because music is such a huge part of that arc. And it's a shame that we never got to see it. Yeah, that's true. Cloverworks did. 100% Cody. Kier, her hatching skill is insane. I have no idea what this is in reference to because I'm behind on chat, but thank you, Kier. I appreciate the comment link. Maddie says, I feel the main issue with Houseki no Kuni so far is just the lack of exploration of characters in the past and their relationships. I can see it possibly being a light novel or side story of sorts. It's... So, like, my stance for Houseki no Kuni is the sidecast don't... Like, they both don't matter and matter at the same time. They all serve as a foil to Foss, right? Everything surrounds Foss. Foss is the main focus of this character, and I'm okay with the side characters not getting explored the way that people have, like, gotten really attached to some of these side characters, right? If we had, like, an English translation of all the art books kind of things, like, maybe we would have gotten more insight. Like, the party at the end, like, reading the translation that I read at the end of... I think I read that at the end of 102's live stream. I don't remember which live stream I read that on. You guys can find it. Like, the translation wasn't that great, I'm gonna be real. It was pretty choppy, but it was interesting. Like, that's where we learn about interactions of other characters, right? And, like, I don't think we need that in the main story. The main story is super condensed, and Ichikawa's way of telling us information is super, like, offhanded almost. I think that's not, like, the right way of saying it, and I can't articulate it here, but one day I'll make a video on it. Like, that sidecast doesn't matter, and that's okay. The sidecast doesn't matter, and that's okay. Crystal says Chris Pratt as Foss. Hell no. Hell no. Alright, have I got to the piss comments? Hold up. Did I get there? Pros of the new Houseki animation. It'll probably be gorgeous and Moon will look good. Yes, Crystal, 100%. Honestly, like, Stampede episode 6, where Studio Hyperbole came in for, like, that 2D sequence of Wolfwood, absolutely amazing, and I hope we get something like that. I hope we get something like that to for Houseki. I hope we do. Like, maybe the entire transition of Foss getting picked up to going to the moon is 2D or something like that. Like, well, I'm excited for that possibility. Crystal says cons of Houseki being animated, more Cairngorm discourse. Oh, hell. People are gonna hate Cairngorm. There's no way about it. Let's go. He's leaving the mic on. Alright, I did reach the piss comments. Fucking hell. Shut up, Osu. I see your comment. Have I gotten to the piss comments yet? God damn it. Generic says, I don't know why, but so far it's cringe 14-year-old white girls who make Steven Universe fan art and Houseki no Kuni. I mean, not only that, okay? Sai is one of someone that comments on the channel very regularly. They made a let me see if I can pull their fan art up. I'm gonna shout them out because they added me when they made the. Let me see. So Sai has given me like a watch guide, like I think it's called the Flood Watch for Steven Universe. So whenever I get to that, I will watch it. But on Twitter, and I'll link it. On Twitter, they made a AU for it, and they love the channel. So I think it's Spinel. So like, hey, give it a like. Give it a like. Sai is not. I think Sai is not a 14-year-old white girl. Maybe they are. I don't know, but. Maddie, it's fine once my house was dead silent and I heard my sister piss. It's different, like, hearing your family member piss and, like, motherfuckers in chat like Osu saying, oh, I can't wait for Inspirational to have a small bladder but drinks too much, so he has to piss. Like, a completely different thing, like... Generic says, we're getting a season 2? No, it's not confirmed in any kind of way. In any kind of way, it's not confirmed that we're getting a season 2. Like, yeah, but Cairngorn and Ghost, same VA. Like, I live for that moment. I talked about it when I first made the Ghost video back in October 2021. I hope it becomes a reality. I really hope it becomes a reality. Yeah, having like a more firm, like static kind of response that grows, and like even Cairngorm, like before they become Welgato, like there's so much, like Cairngorm goes through as many changes as Foss. Like it's amazing. It's amazing, and I hope that gets reflected with the voice actors. Maddie says, I've been reading Chainsaw Man the moment it drops or else I get spoiled. Yeah, 100% I agree with that. Evening says, why do you think they put such intense effort into the opening of the anime of Houseki no Kuni? I believe it was actually a studio that did not... It's not Studio Orange that did the OP. I could be wrong about this. I remember watching the video. I think it's Under the Scope. There's some, like, production type video on the anime that's on YouTube that you guys could probably find. But I don't think it's actually Studio Orange that did it. So it was an outside studio that doesn't necessarily work with anime. Again, I could be misquoting it. So, like, go find that video and watch that. That talks all about the OP. Generic says, I didn't like Goodbye Eri art. Oh, you didn't like Goodbye Eri? Really? I like the, like, so, like, I treated it, sure, it's like a film, like, you know how it's like a film reel? Like, that's how it's supposed to be interpreted, but I think it's a play on the 4 coma structure and that kind of interaction that Fujimoto was going for because it's in the medium of manga. I haven't read that many 4 comas, as in, like, I haven't read any, so I want to read more 4 comas and then re-explore Goodnight Eri. So, like, this is maybe, like, a year, 2 years down the line, but I will talk about Goodbye Eri. Generic, hopefully I'll change your opinion whenever I get to it, like... Alright, there's the 86. I think Bochi and Foss would be good friends. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Tabby, Foss's hair is no longer green. 100%. Crystal says Godhood made Foss bald. Hey, I'm going bald too, so... Hey, we all for it. Shout outs to Foss. Cody says, I don't know why it's not trapped behind the coin system beside being done for help here. Oh, dang. Maybe I'll read it sooner rather than later because it's not stuck behind that coin system. Interesting. Osa says going bald for Congo's cosplay. I'm not going to do a Congo cosplay, okay? I don't even know I'm going to do a cosplay. I think I will. So, like, I'll give you guys a hint. For the Stampede video, I want to look a little bit like Vash. Although I'm kind of brown, so I don't know how close I'll get to Vash, but, that's the goal. So, like... It is what it is. Like, I'm not going bald for Congo. I don't have a robe. Like, I'm not. Maybe next year. So, like, for people that don't have the context, I'm going to Anime NYC for the first time for my first con ever this coming November in New York. So, hey, if you guys are going to New York, hit me up. The one of my mutuals that lives there did a Foss cosplay last year, so hopefully he does another Foss cosplay. Like, yo, Mega, what's up? I don't know if you're still here, Mega, because I'm behind, but I want to say that I've been highly impressed with your recent AniList progress. The hell does that mean? Mega, I'm gonna DM you later. What does that even mean? What did I do on AniList recently? I'm confused. Oh, is it because I watched 1066 for One Piece recently? That's true. I haven't watched the anime in a while. Or is it my Vinland Saga score? What are you referring to? I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to. You got to be more clear, my guy. I think I answered this PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, Cloverworks is a full fumble type thing. Like, oh, Generic says, do you guys like Dorohedoro? I did like Dorohedoro. Dorohedoro was awesome. That's also good CG. Very good CG. Maddie says, my friend gave me Berserk Volume 3 Deluxe version for Christmas because he couldn't find the other ones, and I feel bad. I have volumes 1 through 9. I think I need to pick up a couple of them, but because it's up to 12 now, right? I'm a little behind collecting those. I am excited to collect Stampede Deluxe. I don't like that yellow. That yellow looks disgusting for the Stampede Deluxe volume, but, we'll collect to support. Why is there a bunch of Breaking Bad? Oh, because I'm bald? Oh, hell. Have you read the Dorohedoro manga? It's amazing, yo. I've read the first volume. I haven't gotten past that. I watched the anime, but I've only gotten to volume 1. Oh, speaking of which, the person that got me on the manga, I went on their, like, show for, like, a trivia, like, Jeopardy kind thing. I won, and my one ask for the person is to start reading Houseki no Kuni. So they just DM'd me like a couple days ago saying that they started Houseki no Kuni. They will probably put out a video because I told them they apparently they have to. So I'll link it in my community tab whenever that happens. Like, Kier, is volume 11? I'm assuming that's way past what the anime showed, right? Dorohedoro is just wacky as hell. It's wacky. All right, chat. I'm almost close to catching up. I'm so close to catching up on chat. Keep doing these Breaking Bad memes. Like, I'll catch up in no time. Mega says the Berserk fight's definitely not my favorite aspect of the series. I mean, that's true. My favorite part of Berserk is that flashback in like 364 or whenever that is. Like when we go back to the past. That's my favorite moment of Berserk. It's not the fights, but yeah, Guts versus Mogus. That square looking dude. Yeah, 100%. There's also the fact that it kind of mirrors Voss's own investment in these people in a way after. Yeah, facts, crystals. Schrodinger's cat is in Helsing. Interesting. I did not get far into Helsing. Maddie says, I wish we knew. Oh, am I glitching a little? What the hell? Oh, no, we good. Yeah, my internet's like worse than my old apartment, so I'm surprised we're doing well. Maybe I just jinxed it and like the stream's gonna crash, but like, Maddie says, I wish we knew about Lapis's past. I'm glad we don't, but obviously I have huge copium with Lapis. Like, TBH, Morgan says the sidecast weren't really explored because their relationships weren't that genuine. Hey, good point. Good point of that. Most beautiful shots from Houseki no Kuni really encapsulates this. Oh, is that the one by RC Anime? I did like that video a lot. And it's an old video, like. Cover says, inspirational. Are you interested in any video games? I am, not to the level of some of the people that I know. I just restarted playing Astroneer with a friend of mine. That's like what I've been on recently, but video games wise, I don't know. Like I play Apex Legends here and there. If you follow my Twitch, if I ever stream video games again, it might be later this year. Like that's probably where I'll stream it. Whenever that DLC for Pokemon Scarlet comes out, you best believe I'll be playing that on Twitch. Jack Black as Congo Sensei? Oh hell no, Crystals. Oh hell no. Oh, there is Lapis HNK. There is someone that is doing some kind of open world, like open source game. I did reach out to them when they first put out their demo. I was like, hey, like when you polish this up, like let me know. I'm happy to like showcase this on my channel. I don't know if it's finished. I think it's over, Cat. Let me see if I can find it. No, I don't remember their Twitter handle. This is why I follow. Let's see. Houseki no Kuni video game. Let me see if that pulls up anything on Twitter. I just found this random tweet that's like. No, I'm not gonna say. I'm not. No, I can't find it. But there is somebody working on like an open source Houseki no Kuni type thing, like something Houseki no Kuni type thing, like. But they are improving it, so. Kaiman is a goat. Yeah, facts. I honestly hate Cinnabar quite a bit. True. Crystal, shout out to Angie Kins. Oh yeah, I did not like that video, to be honest, but it's like it's a mix of like, let's put it this way. It is important to showcase the fan art of Houseki no Kuni, but putting their artwork on your video without getting permission to share it, because you're broadcasting somebody else's art that isn't yours, right? You don't have ownership of that art. So I guess it's a little like, I put it in the comments for that video. I was like, bro, did you actually check with these artists to see if you can put it on YouTube or not? They never got back to me. So, but I agree. The fan art for Houseki no Kuni is a lot. I retweeted on Twitter. That's mainly what I do. Crystal says, let 14-year-olds be cringe, honestly. They're just kids. Oh, facts. 100%. If 14-year-olds like Steven Universe, let them like it, because eventually they'll grow up a little and start Houseki no Kuni, you know? I feel like, I don't know if there is a strong pipeline between Steven Universe and Houseki no Kuni, as much as the publishers wanted there to be. But if there is a pipeline, we'll take that. We'll take that. Morgan says, I don't know why the manga Cinnabar and anime Cinnabar feel like different characters. I haven't really thought about that. Morgan. Are they different characters? They feel the same to me, but I haven't rewatched the anime in a while, so I'll let you know when I rewatch it. Lapis is so true, they'll grow strong into strong-based Houseki no Kuni fans. Facts. Like, they're primed for this gem stuff, you know? Like, Spinel is 2 steps from being an accurate Houseki no Kuni character. Facts. Generic says, does anybody know how popular Houseki no Kuni is? Is it enough for season 2? I mean, let's check Mal. Where it's ranked. Obviously, that's not the best indicator for, do we check the manga? Let's go with the manga. It's ranked 12th? Holy shit. Wait, what? Oh, damn. I didn't know it was ranked 12th on Mal. I didn't know it was that high. Popularity 98. Okay. Wait, is it ranked 12th? What is the Oh, it is, chat. Okay, Houseki no wait, hold up. I actually never checked this. What the hell? Alright, let's look at Berserk 1, of course. JoJo's Part 7. I haven't read JoJo, so I don't know. Vagabond, then Vinland, then Monster. Slam Dunk is 6th. Full Metal is 7th. Vinland is 8th. Grand Blue is 9th. Pun Pun is 10th. Kingdom is 11th. And then it's Houseki no Kuni. Holy shit. I did not know it was that high up. I'll be real. It's 12th on Mal. My anime list. I mean, we can check any list, but like, I honestly did not know it was that high. Like, this is for the manga. Let's see where it is on any list. Does it show popularity? I don't know where the popularity is on any list. So, but yeah, top manga in Mal, it's 12th. Like, that's pretty fucking good. I need to hear Ghost's yassified Karen Gorm. 100% Lapis. Yeah, Crystals, we did get confirmation that like they haven't said no to a sequel as long as they got approved for it. What's up, Tabby? Frost is starting to melt. Yes. Lapis said, I'll send you a video. I'll send the video you make to my friend. Yes, a simp of that stuff. Bet. Going bald for... Okay, I'm at the Congo Sensei. Crystal says, between Goodnight, Airy, and... Oh, is this the Girls Last Tour sequel thing? It's interesting how 4 commas are the ones I like to break the formula however they can. Yes, 100%. I love breaking that format. I recently watched Wes Anderson's newest film, Asteroid City. Amazing, and I like how meta it is. It's perfect. Oh, this is where the Breaking Bad generic said going bald for Walter White cosplay. I can't really grow that goatee that well. Like, I grow a lot like right here. So anything with like a beard does not work on me. Like, Morgan says, Jesse, we need to get that Ichikawa Pokemon card. Facts. Oh, the camera's up here. Facts. We gotta get the English version of this. That video is coming out, by the way. Sometime before I go. Sometime before I go to New York. Yo, Mr. White. Who is Ichikawa, yo? God. Okay. Maddie says, I'm supposed to go for Anime Impulse earlier this year, but I was cleaning the trans and I was supposed to go to... Oh, you moved that day? Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I've never been to any anime cons, so... Whoa. Osu. In another stream, Pokemon cards were mentioned and some lucky motherfucker got 4 Diancies? There ain't no way. There ain't no way. 40. I haven't... Unbelievable. I'm just unlucky. We need to cook for Gus. You mean we need to cook for Enma? Cover says, Gus says he's gonna pray for us, Mr. White, yo. What the hell? Oh, hell no. Crystal says, I'm the one who shatters. Phosphor White. God damn. Oh, there's the Enma. Maddie says, Enma, we need to cook. Oh, hell. Walter, put away your diamonds, Walter. Does this make Cinnabar Skylar? Oh, hell no. Osu says, Shemo catching up. Hey, fuck you. I will catch up. Don't worry, I will catch up. Although I'm like behind, but yes. I'm like behind and not behind because like on this side, like I can see the chat that's like current and I glance at it a little, but I do want, like, I don't want to miss your guys' comments. My bad that I'm slow. Like, that's on me. Honestly, if there was an HNK RPG, I would play that, no question. I mean, bro, I'm down to play any. There is a mobile game that has Foss as a character, like a character that you can collect or something. I don't know. I don't really know too much. I don't know how to get that kind of mobile game on it. Oh, Cody says Houseki Kuni is 8th highest and 59th popular. Oh, that's way. I don't know what game. If you follow either Countdown to Nothingness, let me see if I can find it. I probably can't, but I think Countdown talked about it. Let me see. Clearly, I'm not good at finding mobile game. I feel like Countdown doesn't talk about... No, mobile does not work. Let's see if I just do game. Oh, I did find it. Okay, in other news, the game Sango Kushi Tyson has a crossover with HNK involving a playable Foss featuring a new art from Ichikawa. I'll share this in chat. I don't know how to access this game, and I'm already hunting for DNC, so I'm not going to hunt for something else. But if you guys are interested in the game, you can get Foss, technically. I agree. More Houseki no Kuni fan arts does. 100% does. I'm interested in who would be Lalo in the HNK universe. Who would fit that? It wouldn't be Karen Gorm. It would probably be like, not Cicada. Cicada's too nice. Maybe Barbata. There's not really a good equivalent for Lalo. Like, yeah, she did draw like old Foss. Super cute. Super cute. Oh, wait, really? Crystals, Steven Universe fans and Houseki no Kuni fans. There's a Tumblr post? What is this Tumblr post? Morga, I think the difference is the anime starts out with Cinnabar giving you the impression that they're lonely, while the anime throws you... That's true. We do get a completely different... We do get a completely different type of experience with Cinnabar. That I agree with, yeah. I'm the one who prays. Killian, is there a new chapter? No, there's not. July. Crystal says Wes Anderson is my favorite manga author. Hey, facts? Like, facts? Cody says Houseki no Kuni is 8th. I think I read that. Yeah. I mean, AniList is more based. You can actually be social on AniList, so yeah, I'm all for it. 8th on AniList and 12th on My Anime List. I wonder if there's like a Wayback Machine that kind of shows where it was before hiatus. I wonder how high it was, because I never looked at that kind of stuff. Crystal says it's very much like Ichikawa to make sure suffering spreads across all languages. Crystals, can you DM me that on Twitter? I would love to look at that Tumblr post. I've never seen that. The only time I go on Tumblr is to look at Houseki no Suffering. I don't know if you guys have no suffering. I don't know if you guys follow this Tumblr account, but like they are great. It's literally called Houseki no Suffering on Tumblr. Yeah, I don't go on Tumblr that often, but like I like this Tumblr thread. This is probably the only thing on Tumblr that I follow. They have a lot of threads. I think there's a master post. I don't know, because like they've been around for a long time. making threads on here. Like, let me see. Suffering master post. Okay, here we go. They have a bunch. So like, obviously, like mine's all like video format and like that kind of stuff. But oh, you don't have Twitter? It's okay. That's okay. It's the first result on Google. Yeah, I'll find it. Yeah, Houseki no Suffering has a lot of. So this is a master post. Um, really, really insightful stuff of like you kind of like you know how like my videos kind of are like a snapshot of like this past year of Houseki, right? Because I kind of got into the thing, but like they've been around this source and making like threads and stuff like for years now. So like I always look at their stuff. It's great. So I have this. I have their master post saved, essentially. I am in the Discord. Yes. Last time I linked the Discord on here, they got confused as to why so many people join. So I'll go ahead and link it again. Like, I thought it was funny that like not that many people join the join the server in general. So here. If anybody has not joined this is just like the general Houseki server. Like, there you go. Yeah, you guys can go raid that server. Like they'll get confused again. They'll be like, oh, "Why is everybody joining? Like what the heck is going on?" But no, I've been in that server. Sometimes people link. There's someone like M and a couple people in that server that that I enjoy interacting with. But I'm not on Discord that often. Like, H&K is coming in the official Russian translation. Oh, that's cool. I know there's a Russian guy that does shorts for yeah, it's like a Houseki Discord in general. It's one of the ones that I'm in. Oh shit. Oh, hold up. Am I catching up? Yes, I'm Cinnabar, yo. My wife is phosphopolite, yo. Crystal says, oh hell no. Foss got isekai'd into a bootleg mobile game. Oh. I think I'm caught up. That's crazy. I'm gonna go piss now. I'm gonna go piss. And I'm muting myself. That's it. That's right. There's no way you guys can say you heard anything. ASMR no more. Oh my god. 10-minute flush compilation coming in 2030. Y'all are wild. Y'all are wild. There's gonna be a time where I'll probably miss. Four if you count the r/place one. Wait, is there a Houseki that ended up in r/place? That's actually dope. I did not know that. Let's go, chat. We caught up. I caught up to chat. Claps all around. That's a big accomplishment for me. Claps all around. Like. Let's all love Lane. Oh, hell no. Were you the hacker generic on Mal? Look, the point of these live streams is for me to interact with you guys, right? If I don't at least read every single of these comments in some form or fashion, like, obviously with the chapter live streams, like, it's hard because we're talking about the chapter and I can't really focus on it that much, but I do read it on the rewatch because I rewatch the chapter live streams before I make the chapter review. But between that, like, obviously this one's not really attached to a chapter, so I do want to read everyone's chapters, like, or everyone's comments. Osu has anti-mute hearing. Okay, true. That supersonic hearing. Do you think Among Us survived the collapse of civilization in H&K? Maybe. Maybe those little things, the crystal things. 1577 523 is r/place right now? Is that a thing right now? Oh no, it was last year, right? I feel like that was a 2020 thing. You spend an entire evening clearing Among Us on that grass. Oh, hey, shout outs to you, Lucas. Shout outs. Morga, this should be a celebrated event. It's simply unreal. Facts. The facts. Covers, this is the first time I actually stayed for a stream. This is generally fun. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll look through everything, like through. Let's see if it shows full screenshot of r/place. You said it was 1577 523. Is there a way I can like find the? Oh no. Oh, my internet is dying. We're just trying to load this. Alright, where the hell is 1577? Alright, that means, what? Length times width? Width times length? Oh, you put a link in to the canvas? Oh, sorry, links don't work on chat. My bad. But I'm pretty sure this is what you're talking about, right? This is the canvas? I'll link it. You can tell me if this is the link. Oh, no way. Is that Aaron? Oh, hell. That's Aaron right there. And his little meme face from, I see One Piece. How do I know that I'm at 1577? Let me see. r/place 1577. Oh, this is giving me like trials. That's not working. It's okay. I'll look it up in my own time. But I appreciate it, Lucas. I'm glad that Foss is on there. Did they do an r/place this year? I don't think so, right? I don't think so. Cole says this is the first time I actually stayed for the stream. This is generally fun. Hey, I appreciate it. Generally the streams aren't this long. I have a lot of free time today, so it worked out. At me? Okay, bet. Let me try it. Place/atlas dot Stefan coding. Okay, maybe I typed it wrong. No, it's not that late for me, but yes, it is late in general. Some people were here like it was like 2 a.m. for them to start. Alright, well, that did not work. I will find it. I will find it. It's like 2 p.m. for me. 2:30 p.m. I'm off today, so it actually worked out. Let me see. When is next month? What day is it? Looks like it's a Tuesday. July 25th, a Tuesday. Obviously, the chapter will probably get leaked like a day before. It's been kind of late recently. Like, it's been coming out max like a day and a half before it actually comes out. So I'm probably thinking like Monday, the 24th is probably when the chapter will drop, if we are getting it. There was no news on this month's Good Afternoon about anything about Houseki no Kuni related, so there's a chance that we're still on track for next month, but we'll see. Crystal says, I think I'll head out for now. Thanks for a good time, y'all. Have a good one, Crystal. Have a good one. I appreciate all the comments of the other chapters. Like, I appreciate it. On the other videos. Yes, sir. I'm sure it's late for you guys. You EU folks and onwards. Like, I don't see Mel here. I'm sure it's past their time. Like, the place is right directly over the Poland. Oh, it's like almost midnight for you, generic. Over the Poland flag. 7 p.m. gang. Let's go. Wait, 7 p.m. Where is that? Like London-ish? What does the Poland flag look like? What does the Poland flag? I should know. Oh, okay, it's red and white. One a.m. gang? Where is it 1 a.m.? Alright, I see Canada. Where is Poland? Ain't no way I'm finding it. There's too much in this screen. Like, I don't know if I even contributed a single bit to... Oh, there's Ukraine. Nice. I don't think I contributed a single bit for... Oh, you don't hear anything? Sorry, Tabby. I was looking away. Kazakhstan? Nice. Is Kazakhstan in Europe? Probably, but... I don't know how much... The day 4 one is 4 times... Or day 3 one is 4 times larger. Oh, this is the day 1 one. Okay, good. That's what it is. I will find it offline. Knowing me, there's no way I'm going to find it. Not right now. Like, Central Asia. Okay, got it. But yeah, I'll give you guys a little. I don't know. Is there anything else we want to talk about? Is there anything specifically you want to talk about of the chapters itself? I know we've like deviated considerably um, from the original topic of this live stream. Like, are you typing it? Okay, I got it, Lucas. Let's go. Go ahead. Run it by me. Yep, I'm with you. Okay, double slash. Okay. Okay. Place Altus, yes. Covers is savage. Did it auto time you out? Oh, is there a slash at the end? Is that why? No, it says it's not reaching. So look, I tried typing that. Like, oh, whoa, okay, hold on. Did I forget the O? No. Even that's not reaching it. It's okay. Tabby says Houseki no Kuni Volume 12 is not yet released until August 22nd. Okay, is that what they put the date as? Generic says, yeah, I typed it exactly. Place -atlas dot Stefan O coding dummy. I don't know why it's not loading. Right, dot me. Yeah. Oh, let me try the slash at the end. Nope, nothing. We'll see what kind of changes Volume 12 will be when it releases in August. I'll definitely compare the translation that Tessel and others, Tessel, Yaku, there was also a random, some anonymous guy that did the leaks, I think. So I'll look at those comparisons of the chapters to Volume 12 itself. See how different it is compared to the Nibblies. Again, if you guys haven't seen that podcast or that interview that I did with the Nibblies, who are the official translators of Houseki no Kuni, give that a watch. Super insightful stuff. I'm sure I'll have them on the channel again. I have someone else lined up for another like industry interviewer, so whenever that comes out, I'll put it out. I haven't locked in a day yet, or I would tell you guys. Or I would just make the live page. But yeah, what do you think? I mean, look, we have what, 5-6 chapters left. What's left in the story? I'm terrible at making predictions, so I won't. But what's left in the story? I don't think there's much. I honestly think that Foss is going to kill themselves. Like, I think there's no way Foss is not killing themselves. Like, the ending will be left half empty. Yeah, a lot of Ichikawa's older works from like the anthology series or whatnot leans towards that. So, have fun. Yeah, peace out. 100%. It is impossible to make predictions for Houseki no Kuni. Like, 100%. I feel like the ending is going to be very ambiguous. Yes. That is 100% how Ichikawa would do things, so I wouldn't expect it any other way. Foss will actually repeat history. Hey, I'm down for that. It's an endless cycle. It is what it is. At the end of that cycle, Foss does realize, like, look, I've been alone this entire time. No one loves me. Like, all this kind of stuff. Like, Foss has gone through a lot of revelations, so it is what it is. The ending will make us feel like we would have been prayed into nothingness. That would be the most impact possible. Like, Cycles, yo, COD zombies reference. I don't exactly know what reference that is to COD zombies, but I did play a good amount of COD zombies, yes. Generic says I gotta have all the volumes on the shelf. Yes, 100%. Honestly, the Japanese volumes, especially the special edition ones, are nice because of that gold foil like shimmer. Like the English ones don't have that. But of course, if you don't speak Japanese or read Japanese, like there's no point in collecting it. I just collect it for the art books. Rick Toffin was the best one, and no one will remember. Facts. Oh, okay. I get what you're trying to reference. I get it. I get it. Morga says, I imagine the ending will leave us to question whether Congo's brother comes up with to make Foss disappear would work or not. Yeah, because clearly, like, at the end of 102, Foss is saying, like, yo, like, you know a way that I can kill myself? Like, that's essentially the question that they're asking. So, whether that becomes a reality or not is different. Spirit says, I kind of want to see the beef between Dai and Bortz died out over 10,000 years. We see the ending of it, because Dai is just like, yo, we going to the party, right? And Bort's like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm good, fam. Like, you do you. And we see that a little bit with 96. Like, our chat. Well, I don't think I have that much left. This is probably one of the longer streams, but I appreciate you guys sticking with me. You know, especially on an off month like this. Like, whether we get to 10,000 subscribers or not by the end of the year, like that's just a loose goal. Like, I'm happy that I have people to just hang with and talk about Houseki, right? Like, I appreciate the stream. I will see you guys. Yes, we are ending. There is a Chainsaw Man related stream in about a couple of weeks in like the beginning of July. So it's Chainsaw Man, not Houseki no Kuni related, Chainsaw Man. So if you've read Chainsaw Man and are up to date with it, come stop by. But you don't have to. This channel is not based on Chainsaw Man. The next Houseki no Kuni related thing is going to be near the chapter release, very very close to chapter release, right? So July 20 something is going to be Moon's Part 2. July 25th is going to be the live stream for chapter 103. And then obviously like within the week or something, like I'm going to have the video for 103 out. Generic says Jake Gyllenhaal as a Foss live action. Neat. I do like Jake Gyllenhaal a lot. I liked Nightcrawler. That was my favorite movie with him. Whether he can play Foss, who knows? Who knows? All right, chat. Thank you for chilling with me for the past 2 hours. I'll see you guys next month. Peace.